Yeah. What it do? Yeah, it's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am him, Junns The NBIC, giving all praise and glory to the heavenlies, for they are worthy to be praised. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to all you guys because you guys allow me to do what I do best, and that is to continue keeping my foot on you heathens, you he-grows, and the newly installed heathenites. Next round of applause for that. Yeah, man. Beautiful day in the NY. Another day looking good, feeling good. Went outside, did my running, did 5 laps, or was it 6? Got my pull-ups in, got my push-ups in. I felt amazing today. And then today was just actually a good day. And overall, it was really a good day, man. So I hope you guys took advantage of this beautiful day. But let's get into this, man. So you know me being a content creator. A lot of times I have to edit videos or sometimes edit stuff that I have on my phone. So when I present it, it's presented accordingly. And while I'm looking through my search, and shout out to all you guys that's be leaving comments on the videos that I post, means a lot. I always ask for you guys to hit the like button and share it to your friends and family. But while I'm on the feed and I'm, looking through what I'm looking through, I notice uh, a thumbnail, should I say. And in this thumbnail, it was two ex-Hebrew Israelite members, and both from two different camps. One was part of the IUIC, and the other one was with GOCC. And I reached out to them. They said send them an email. I definitely would like to have a conversation with them, just to, just to clear the air. But basically, they left the congregation, and the reason for the leaving was, and I only stood around to hear from the female's perspective, but the reason for her departure was because of the virgin birth. She doesn't believe the teachings that was being told by those brothers that's in that organization. And just seeing it, I mean, I really have to put things into this proper perspective, right? For one, let me just address this, and this is for everybody. You can keep the commands to the best of your abilities, but the minute you call on a name or claim a nationality that wasn't created and put together by the creators, by default, you are committed a sin. Remember, no sin is greater than the other. So by default. Now, the word says, when you don't know, you know, the winking of the eyes take place. I winked at your ignorance. But we're living in a time now where that is no more. Because this understanding of the Holy Land being in Africa, and Africa being the land filled with milk and honey, and Africa being the only place where you don't even need records hidden in the Vatican to know that we was taken from that place. I mean, come on. The only place. We don't need 15 books, 17 different reasons. We just know that, right? So now that these intels is being released to the world, there's no more winking. There's no more winking at ignorance, right? It's you better side with the side of righteousness, and if you tend to be on religion, you will be burning in hell, because that's where religion is going, straight to hell. Just want to just throw that out there. So the sister said, she don't believe in the virgin birth. The story that was told, she don't believe in that. So from my understanding, it seems like she believes that an angel actually impregnated Mary. Now, before I even go into the word, I just want us to go back just a little bit. Let's go back into the Book of Enoch. I did this. I read the Book of Enoch for 2 weeks straight. You guys can go ahead and go read it for yourselves. Now, in the Book of Enoch, what was the great sin that was unforgivable by the Creator? Where they asked Enoch to write a petition for mercy, and the petition was not accepted. What was it? Wasn't it not the angels laying with Son of Man? The sons of God was laying with the sons of man, or with the children of man. And now you're going to tell me, fast forward, that the Savior who was ordained, given the keys to do the whole miracle change, got out the water, the clouds opened, that is my son, I am well pleased. The whole story. You're now going to tell me that a very sin that had the whole world flooded with Noah is now going to be accepted. I want you to think about this for a minute. Is now going to be accepted or re re reenact again by angels that's gonna plant a seed inside of a woman. I really want you to think about that. I'm not even gonna go too hard because this argument is as clear as day. Don't give me his thoughts is not my no. There is rules and regulations. There is rules and regulations. There's an order that's in place. And the minute you get out of that order, you get penalized for it. The angels got out their order and they got penalized for it. So when the sister said what she said, I just had to just shake my head. I mean, this is the damage that religion has done to our people, where we're unable to comprehend, common sense, where we will read something here and then because this was here and now it's different here, we're going to associate the two. When the word says, I come in the volume of the book, when the word says, not one man should deviate from the law, when the word says that we should be like this and it should be like that, but yet it seems like the New Testament is giving us, how can I say this? It's giving us reason to be excluded. Oh yeah, don't worry. You could be accommodated for this. This right here, don't worry. That was in the past. But here is fully acceptable. I'm gonna give you an example. In the past, you was told you can't drink blood. But in the future, in the new, you're told that if you don't drink this blood, you can be a part of the elect. You're not the chosen. You're not a part of the body of Lucifer. I mean, come on, people. Come on, please, please. I'm really begging. I'm really begging. I'm begging. Please. Like, we have to be able to reason. At some point, we have to see somewhere down the middle. So, this is what you guys are not understanding. See, the Old Testament was to allow brothers and sisters to accept the book. Oh yeah, that did happen. We're going to accept that. But the New Testament was to say, look, you see, it was in the book of the Old, but this is the add-on to it. So we fell for the add-ons, not knowing that they was purposely adding on their own rituals, putting in their own pagan followings. Blood drinking, that is not of the children of Akobi. Eating body parts, even if it's metaphorical, spiritual, it doesn't go well with the Creator. It's forbidden. It shouldn't even be in your thought process. Now, if we're saying that here was a man that walked the earth and he had no sin, but he's telling brothers and sisters to participate in a commandment that is forbidden for us to do, then what is he really is? He's a man living in sin. And he's causing brothers and sisters to live in sin. Now, you're wondering why we're still at the bottom? You're wondering why we're still suffering? You're wondering why we still can't get ahead? You're wondering why we're still stuck right here. Even with this knowledge that we got now, we're still stuck. You're unable to make moves. Because we're taking this awakening and we're applying it with religious teachings, not knowing that 90%, and I repeat, 90% of the New Testament is the worship of paganism. And we can't remove ourselves from the paganism. We can't. So when I see a sister who was in the Christian church and then became a genetically modified substance, glorify Christians, because that is what this Hebrew stuff is. You just glorify Christians. And shout out to my bro who sent me something and said, let me tell you the difference between the modern day Christians and the Hebrew Israelites. See, the Hebrew Israelites, and I'm just going based on what the brother said. He said the Hebrew Israelites and the Christians are like Cain and Abel. See, Cain represents, listen to what I'm about to tell you. Cain represents everything that the Creator did not approve of. The offerings was unaccepted because it wasn't according to the creators. Where Abel, this is according to the brother, said, this is the Hebrews. Everything that was done was acceptable, and because of that is the reason why Abel's death was avenged. Our deaths and our murders and our destruction will not be avenged. It won't be avenged until we get right. Until we start giving true offerings that is accepted upon the creators. But you will never be able to give that offering as long as you got the foundation of Cain. Yeah, you keeping December. Yeah, you keeping the feast days. Yeah, you doing all of that. Yeah, you know the name. Yeah, you know all that. But are you honestly walking that walk? Because action speaks louder than words, right? That's the saying. The action speaks louder than words. So if your actions is not going hand in hand with what you're saying, then you're doing Cain's work, and it's not going to be accepted. So the sister came and said that she left because the doctrine, a key word, this is the key word, this is what made me want to speak on it. Key word. She said out her mouth, she says, I don't believe in that. You see, when you start putting yourself to justify what was written by the creators, well, I don't believe in that. That's how the devil gets into you. So I'm gonna show you. I wanna show you. Let me see what you said. I'm going to show you what the word said. Now, I know the New Testament has been tainted. I know a lot of things has been interjected. I know there's a lot of foolishness that's been added. I know and I get it and I understand. But at some point, we have to start doing eternal reading. You have to internalize and internalize and internalize again, because that's how massive the deception has become. We are behind 400, or should I say 2500 years of self understanding. We do not understand ourselves. We do not understand the creators. And we stand on the aspect of religion, and we think that religion is what's gonna give us it religion is what's gonna give us the connection back to the creators. And in fact, religion is what's dividing us even more, separating us even more from the creator, even if you know the name. Giving you an example. If you are receiving knowledge and intel, right? Because right now our objective is to receive information from brothers and sisters that's in the Holy Land. Now, granted, a lot of our people has been compromised. Like I said, slavery, colonization, all of that falls in line with religion. Okay? And with that cause a lot of confusion. But at the same time, you gotta ask yourself, when you are retrieving information, do you do you navigate yourself to the people that's from there, that speak there, that's been there, that understand there, or do you take your information from individuals who knows there, who understood there, who studies about there, but is not there? It has to make sense. It has to make sense, people. Because our people and our children and every single person around us is suffering because of what religion has done to our people. If I speak to somebody, think about this, right? If I go to Puerto Rico, or let's just use American, let's just use America. If I go to Texas, right? Which one is more suited for me to receive information for? Which person should I cleave on to more? The person that lives there, from there, speak there, been all over there, or the person that's been studying it, going to the library, reading books about it, etc., and got great knowledge? Do I go to the person that has the great knowledge and scriptural or written understanding, or do you try to cleave to the person that's actually living there, that's going through it? And yes, both of them is compromised, but you'll be better off cleaving on to this person because this person will have a lot more. And if he or she say something that's questionable, then you go ask other people. But that's the way the game go. See, but religion teaches you something else. Religion says, no, you gotta go to the person that's been teaching this religion for 50, 60, 70, 80 years. That's not how it goes. Yes, we're gonna receive wisdom from anybody that knows the word, that knows the truth. But like I say all the time, that's not the end all be all. That cannot be our only reference points when we trying to find our identity. You understand? And I know I'm getting off topic, but I really had to just address that because these things are literally causing us to err, causing us to failure, causing us to stop rising. We're holding the only person you're supposed to hold to high regard is the creator, because the creators will never lie to you, will never deceive you, will never lead you astray. But man can. And some men don't know everything. I don't know everything. I'm learning every day. I'm learning and I'm observing and I'm sitting back and I'm learning. I might get information from my son. Do I disregard my son's information because he's younger than me? No. If my son say, yo, dad, my son play basketball. My son exceeded my basketball playing days, right? My basketball playing days came from pickup games, playing in the streets. That's my basketball. My son's basketball is actually being on a team, traveling, playing in professional basketball. It's a big difference than street ball, right? Referees, calling, etc. So when my son brings me intel about basketball, I have to take it into consideration, even though he's younger than me, even though I played basketball first, even though I had the potential to play college ball. But being a father happened. Having a child at a young age happened. My son, my daughter. It happens. But what do? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying all of that because of religion, we hold too many individuals to high regards. Don't hold me to high regards. We are here to teach each other. Teach each other. I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. We are both on the same journey. The journey of redemption. The journey of connecting back to the creator that is full totalities. Worshiping, giving praise, being on that mountaintop, walking up the hills, being able to hear the creators talk to us. I want the creators to say that is one of my sons and I'm well pleased. You don't want that? These are the things that we got to see. You feel me? So for the sister, I want the sister to understand, like, the creator would never allow an angel to put a child inside of a woman knowing that that's a forbidden act. And I'm just gonna show you one chapter. One chapter. I'm not gonna go all over the place. I'm not gonna do what these Hebrews and these Christian people do. There's no time for that. We're gonna hit it right on the money. We're gonna keep it pushing. So let me share my screen. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hold on. I thought I had all these things put away. Obviously it's there. Obviously it's there. Yo, what's going on? Okay. Now, like I said, we're not gonna waste no time. We just gonna go straight to the genealogy. Okay? If you the son of David, so that means if you're the son of David, how does an angel come from the skies and put something in you, then tell you, oh yeah, that's the son of David? Are you nuts? That's crazy. That's completely. Let's go straight to it. Look. Okay. And all of these names, a lot of it is lies. Okay. So when you hear begot, that means and had a child. Okay. And go straight to verse 16. And Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, whom was born. Okay. So basically begot. She got married. Marriage is not what you think it is according to what the Western world has displayed to you. Okay? Marriage is when a man lays with a woman. That is the marriage. That's the meaning of leaving your family's house and coming together, becoming one flesh. You see, a woman got a hole, right? And a man got a stick, right? And when they go in, it becomes one. Look, you see that? That's what that means. That's marriage. This is a marriage. This is in the heavens, this is considered a marriage. It is written as, oh yeah, this is marriage. Oh, they're together. That is a marriage. Western Western teachings, Alice Bailey 10-point plan said we're gonna take sex, which is sacred, honorable, righteous, and we're gonna make it pleasurable. So now women are literally just having sex for the love of it. Have children and get rid of it. Or have children and don't give a damn about it. Hence, why you see there's so much single parents running around. Why you think there's so much single children. And look at the outcome that happened within our community. Our community is overrun by single parent households. The whole community is literally, if there's 10 families, if there's 10 children, it'll be one out of those 10 that has both father and mother. Maybe two. That's a problem. That is a problem. Okay? So in verse 17 says, so all the generations from Abram to David are 14 generations, and from David until the carrying away into Babylon, 14 generations from carrying away unto Babylon unto the Savior are 14 generations. Now, this is what she believes. Now, the birth of Jesus was on the wise when as his mother Mary was exposed to Joseph. Look, it tells you was exposed to Joseph before they came together. She found with a child. She was found with a child, the Holy Ghost. This is the madness that they want to tell you. Now, the word Holy Ghost, people, it means separate demon. Like I told you, when they took the new test, it was to uplift their practices, their culture, and have every single spiritual black and brown person on the earth following their patterns. And when you follow their patterns and you call on their gods, you give them power. And boy, have they power has risen to the skies. And while they're rising up, we're falling down. And we falling, and guess what? Only the creators can redeem us. Because you don't want to be redeemed. You wanna come back. Brothers and sisters want to sit back and say, Jesus come. Jesus is coming. They ain't no Jesus coming, fam. If Jesus was to come, he would have came already. Why would Jesus come for a group of people 10 times more sinister than our great grandparents who deserve every bit of Jesus? They did everything according to Jesus. They loved. The communities was together. Their households was together. Husbands, wives. There was a big family barbecues, family reunions. All of these things was happening. But now, when we're in complete chaos, where everybody's ignorant as you can imagine, we are living at an all-time ignorance where women feel comfortable to question men. Men feel comfortable being a woman with the most madness on this earth. Now we must sit back and wait for Jesus to come and save us. When you guys don't know, Jesus is the reason for all of this behavior that you see going on in the world. Because Jesus told you that you don't have to keep the commands. He died for your sins. So that means you can live in sin. As long as you have Jesus in your heart, everything is going to be all right. This is why people are comfortable when say things, I believe. I don't want to listen to that. I don't have to follow that. I do what I want to do. This is where we at. We're doing what we want to do. Not what we're not doing what we supposed to do. We're doing what we want to do. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it as long as I'm happy. Oh, I'm gonna be there as long as as long as I feel good, as long as you treat me right. I'm gonna be there. That's what Jesus has created. As long as I'm good, as long as you treat me good, I'll be the best husband. I'll be the best wife. I'll do everything. That's what Jesus did. But as soon as things go wrong, Jesus also told you run. I can't. Oh, but listen, when things go wrong, Jesus is no longer in the picture. Now we're gonna follow the ways of Jesus' children. We're gonna follow the fathers of all religion. We're gonna follow that way. Well, I'm unhappy, so because I'm not happy, I think we should just not be with each other. We have a family. Yeah, we have children. Tiara, what's a Tia Mary? Tia Tamara, is it Tamara? She said it out her mouth right now. She says, the biggest mistake I did is I left my husband. That man was nice to me, didn't do me nothing wrong. He treated me and I left him. Now my life is ruined. My children's lives is ruined. This is her saying this. And why did she leave her man? Because her man wasn't doing what the world want men to do. He wanted to just be a man's man. See, women don't want a man's man. Women want a man to just be, oh, please. And you gotta be happy. You gotta make me feel good. I think you've been feeling good your whole life. I think it's time for us to get punched in the face. I think it's time for us to be prepared to walk through these fires. I think that's the best thing for us to do. This ain't fairy. This ain't Cinderella. This is as real as it comes, especially in today's times. This is as real as it comes. These niggas is purposely gonna lock us down. They're forcing people into submission. Forcing people into submission. Because they know that we don't have each other's crutches to be each other's backbones to say, yo, listen, if you fall, we're gonna fall together, but we both gonna rise together. And if we rise, we're gonna rise together. We're gonna weather this storm like we supposed to. Like I said yesterday in the live. Don't worry about nothing. Stay on the path of righteousness. And in the path of righteousness, there's not going to be nothing. There should be nothing to come in your way to tank your mission and what you're supposed to do. Because there's no time for arguing. There's no time for debates. There's no time for discussion. There's no time for opinions. There's no time to believe this is how I feel. The terminology of how I feel is one of the most selfish things, which is created by Lucifer, because that's why he got kicked out, because he wanted people, he felt like he should be like the Most High. Even though he knows he's not the Most High. He knows he don't got the power like the creators. But because the self-entitlement, which has overtaken black and brown people all over America. Now you're wondering why we in these circumstances? You're wondering why we're suffering? You're wondering why relationships don't work? You wondering why children is being born out of wedlock? You wondering why? Because we have yet to remove this religion nonsense away from our hearts. Because religion, the government, the system, all of it goes hand in hand. You can't love one and then and reject the other. If you're gonna stand on righteousness, you're gonna stand on righteousness. You're gonna have your good days. You're gonna have your bad days. You might even have your medium days. But the objection and the end goal is to stay 10 toes down and weather everything that comes your way. Because if you ain't ready for what's happening now, what are you gonna do when the grid goes off? What are you going to do when there's no cell phones, no GPS, no electricity? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when the pharmacy shut down and people around you is getting sick? What are you going to do? Because, best believe they're setting up the stage for that. You'll be a fool to think that these things is not happening. You'll be a fool to think that these things is not making its way. They're closing down these streets. They're gonna make America in a chaotic state. Martial law will be issued. And this martial law, listen, when martial law is issued, the person that's in command could be in command 15, 20, 30 years. That's what the Patriot Act was about. Go look these things up. Ain't no time. Ain't no time. Ain't no time to complain. Ain't no time to be bitter. Ain't no time to be soft. This is the time. This is the year in the age of Monday putting their big boy pants on. While society's telling us to sit down when you piss, sit down when you pee, and telling our woman that it's okay to be a G. Meanwhile, we the only ones in a state of confusion, while everybody else is in a state of togetherness, preparedness. They know what time it is, but the black people don't know. Like I did a live earlier today, and in that live, what I said that they're always telling us that we need to change. The times change, things is different. When you sit back and you observe, it seems like the only people that's doing the changings is black and brown people. But when I go to the Jewish community, I still see the Jewish people operate in the same way. I still see the Chinese people operate in the same way. They still dress the same. They still talk the same. They have yet to deviate from their ways, their customs, and their culture, and their perspective, and their viewpoints on life. We, on the other hand, we challenging everything. All trends must come to the black people. All trends. It be the niggas wearing big boots. I seen a fashion show where this girl, let me see if I can pull this up, man. Show you this madness. The heck is this? What is that? You're not telling me this is something that black people are supposed to be wearing? What is that? Let me see if I got the other one. What is that? What is this? What is that? And they put these things out and they throw it all down your throat. They feed it and they say this is your culture. This is the new day. This is the new style. This is what's trending. This is what's popping. This is what's fly. And women jump on it. You go on these social media platforms. Who's the bitter man and the bitter woman? The black people. Who's arguing and fighting with each other? The black people. Who's sexualizing and selling themselves? The black people. Every single every single woman nowadays are full-fledged hoes. Everything. And we're not and yet we would think that we're gonna evolve and change. No, it's only getting worse. Mothers is letting their children listen to Sexy Red. Gorilla Glow blew up because of a ratchet song that girls was playing, driving around, laughing, loving it, jumping on top of cars. Meanwhile, Jewish girls is still going to school dressing modest. Arab girls still dressing modest. Married to her husband, don't know about divorce, not even questioning it. But for us, oh no. Women, oh, anything you can do, I can do better. Women is now out here looking for get back. Oh yeah, he did this to me, so I'm gonna do it too. Huh, you think you're the only one that's only black people? They got a spot out here in Brooklyn. It's called Neptune Diner. You guys should you guys should go there sometime. On a hot summer day. That used to be when we was growing up. That used to be the spot where the Jewish men used to take the black woman that they was having relationships with. Married and all. Because down the block is the factories and stuff that they own and all that. Take them right there. I'm telling you guys the truth, man. Show me one of these children that's being raised with a single parent. Show it to me. What's the percentage? Somebody give me the mathematical percentage. Give me the math when it's pertaining to the percentage of single parent households in every other nation outside of black. I guarantee you it's under 10%. While us, well, we 89, 90. And I'm not saying, oh, parents being there. I'm talking about in a household, husband and wife, raising children. We lead the category. We lead all categories when it comes to divorce. We lead the category in separations. We lead the category in abortions. We lead the category with child neglect. We lead the category with child abuse. We lead the category in everything you can imagine. Everything negative, we lead. And all of that comes from what? Comes from a religion. Jesus allowed you to do all of this. So when you see all of this, you fall for the narrative and the nonsense that they show you. Because this is what religion has done to our people. Religion literally has distorted the minds of our people. It literally took you away from righteous. See, you don't have to live righteous no more. Through the belief in Jesus, I can be a religious man. I'm a very religious man. Islam. Oh, wait till I bring up for Islam. We're going to come for Islam tomorrow too. Don't worry. And a lot of you Islamic people is going to get upset, but I don't care. You need to know the truth. See, I don't bash these religions for the ones that created. Like Christianity, that's a European religion. Let them uphold it. Let them cherish it. Let them live and die by it. That's for them. Islam, that's an Arabic religion. Let them cherish it. Let them live by it. Let them die by it. That's for them. Judaism, that's another religion that was created by the Polish people. That's their religion. That's theirs. Let them live and let them die by it. Black man, what's your religion? Oh, my bad, we don't have none because we never knew what the F was religion. What the heck is that? I don't know what that is. We didn't know what that was. They came into your space and forced this down your throat. We don't know what that is. The reason why they're giving you this Black Madonna, like I told you all the time, the reason why they're giving you Black Madonna so you guys can go back into captivity. Because brothers and sisters were stepping away. We didn't want to pray to a white Jesus. We didn't want to follow the white Jesus. So they had to break it down in pieces. They gave you, Kyrie said, I didn't even say nothing. I just put up a post. Kanye said, we the real Jews. These religious organizations started marching and protesting. Then you started seeing they catching momentum. They're all on the street corners. Everybody's happy. Internet is on fire. Perfect. Great. See, we can't just put a law in place because these niggas is not important. People is not gonna be in agreement for that because black people holds no weight. We just sit back and wait. See, there's a difference. We hold no weight. We just sit back and wait. We hold no weight. You sit back and you wait. You wait to see what your masters bring forth to you. And all you're supposed to do is say, thank you for this food on my plate. You see when it rhymes? You don't hold no weight. You have no say. The amendments was created to shut you up. The amendments was created so they can allow them to infiltrate. Look, we'll give you the amendments. We'll write the amendments for you. We'll include you. You're not even included in the Constitution. No, because you're property. Your last name is not an African last name. Your last name is Johnson. Okay, your property. So what the super did, what the landlord did, because your property, because at that time, property, that this property, this like it's like having a building. It's like having a sky rise. This building is generating thousands of dollars weekly, yearly, annually, however you want to call it, thousands of dollars. So to accommodate and to assure that this business continue to flourish, we're gonna accommodate. We're gonna put new rules in place to make sure the house don't burn. So they created these amendments and told you, yes, follow this, and everything's gonna be just fine. That's what the amendments was for. You don't have no say. You don't have no rights. You're not allowed to do nothing. You must wait for your master to give you food to eat. You are property. That's why there's no reparation. You can't refinance on a house that you no longer want. Ooh. I don't think they heard me. You can't refinance on a house you no longer want. You are no longer needed, black man. So they're gonna take full advantage of you. They're gonna violate your women. They're gonna feminize the men. They're gonna violate your women. They're gonna make women hate man. They're gonna make women feel like they're entitled to argue and come be combative and do that. Mind you, you know the funny thing is, this is the funny thing is, we got all the energy to combat and go against everything, but we could never use that same energy to go against our boss, to go against the system, to go against the man. See, we when it's to stand up to the man, oh no, we hush babies. But when it's to stand up to the black man, oh, I got all confidence, all authority. Nigga, what you gonna do? That's crazy. So now we are in the stage of exploiting. We're being exploited. Our women is being exploited. They're exploiting their minds. They're exploiting their vagina. They're exploiting everything about them. Women is being fully taken advantage of. I was driving today. You should see this black girl. She know. Let me tell you how our women know that what they're doing is not right. When they're by themselves and they're dressed in a manner and they see the look that they get from people, they walk straight and act like they can feel what's wrong with you? Look. But then they build a confidence when they're around their other sluttish friends because their friends is also dressed like that. Or their friends are gonna be the ones to put the battery in their back and boost their confidence. Go ahead, girl. No, that's low self-esteem. You need help. You need a hug. You need a husband. You need to be sitting in your house raising some children. Yeah. And then when I seen the sister, where she's at, she's like Greenwich. She's like in Greenwich. This is high scale rich white people, college going, people that's going to college to be doctors. They're walking in the air. She's walking, whole ass cheek out. And she's not, and people are just looking like, what's wrong with her? What like this ain't Flatbush. That's how they was looking, and I'm looking like, what the heck is this? And these are the things that's going on. So they're exploiting our women, sexualizing our women. Women will really go into a store, like literally go inside of a store and look at a dress, see that it's opening, see that it's showing too much leg, see that it's showing too much thighs, and say, yeah, that is so sexy. I want that. That's the exploitation of the mind of our own women. You see men go into these stores. Oh, we're not even gonna talk about the men. I could show you something. Listen, let me see where it's at. Look at this. Let me show you this. This is men. This is black men. Yeah, they feminizing our men. masculine in our woman, telling our woman you got to be independent. You don't need nobody. Don't listen to nobody, but listen. If you're gonna listen to somebody, listen to the person that could kill your body. But don't worry about the man that's gonna judge your soul, because Jesus died for you. So when you die, you're gonna go into a happy place. Yeah, facts. This is where we at. And it's and all of this comes from religion. It comes from the doctrine that we're being taught. It's come from the lies that we believe that the Creator is gonna allow the Holy Ghost to be inside of her before she even met her husband. What? The Holy Ghost, which is a demon. What? Let me show you. Look, look. This is how they try to. This is how they try to show you that it's something else. The spirit, the soul of a man, in sense Sadam used, but hence the soul of a deceased person, the soul or a spirit separated from the body. Okay, these are lies. This is all it is, to haunt. See, they put the real one at the bottom when they're supposed to be on the top. They put it at the bottom when this is supposed to be at the top. That's what a ghost is. A ghost is a demon. Why would the Creator put a demon inside of a mother or a woman that's going to bring forth a child that's going to change the world? And I want to say change the world, that was going to bring the people that was in those lands who was following the ways of the heathens. They was Hellenistic Bantus. Key word, hell. They was hellified. They was hell bound. They was following the ways of the fallen. That's why they're called that. Wake up. It's not that hard. You go ahead and go listen to the definition that they give you. All that is completely BS, bogus, lies, full of deception, because it all ties down with religion, because that's what religion was designed to do, deceive you. You have been deceived. The very elect has been deceived. You are the elect the minute you come out the womb of your mother. If you got the blood of Abram, Isaac, or Jacob, if you got the blood of Noah in you, if you got the blood of Shem or Japheth, because they got part of the covenant too. Don't let these people fool you. They trying to divide the children. Because the heir was always yours. You understand what I'm saying? We wanted to follow the ways of these heathens because they was doing things that was beyond disgusting. They was having orgies and everything you see P. Diddy doing. P. Diddy just following the rituals. He's just doing what they all been doing. Nothing changed. That's all they're doing. The music industry and the entertainment industry is not doing nothing but another Luciferian, satanic, heathenistic rituals that they've been doing since the Greeks, since the Romans. This is their rituals. Drinking blood, eating body parts, adrenochrome, sacrificing children, draining their blood, and then executing. Come on, people, stop. They've been doing this. This is in their DNA. This is their custom. These are their rituals. We never done things like this. We don't hurt innocent children. When I see my son, I said, damn, this young man one day is gonna grow up to be another representation of me. That's how we see our children. It's joy. A child should not make you angry, should not make you bitter, should not make you overwhelmed, should be nothing but joy. Because the creators allow you to bring something on this earth because you couldn't have them. They didn't have to do so. You know how many children, how many women nowadays is barren, can't have children? You know how many women, black women today is suffering what Sarah was suffering? Look, Sarah had to wait to be 100 years old to bring forth one child. Not two, not three, but one child, 100 years old. And she was righteous as it can be. But we're living in a society now where our women don't even know the first rule of being righteous. The first rule of righteousness for women is submission to her king, especially a king that's in obedience to the creator. Because a woman was created to be the helper to a man. Nothing more, nothing less. You go ahead and let these Europeans feed you these lies, and you will suffer just like these Europeans. If our black woman did not suffer enough, continue, and you will continue suffering. And you can go ahead and go talk to Tom, Jason, Raheem, Rayshawn, or you could, even if you say, "Oh, I want to be by myself. I'm gonna focus on me." You're still committing sin because you was never designed to be by yourself. That is a fact. So go ahead and be by yourself and be with your cats and die. You're gonna open your eyes and you're not even gonna be in a place of kumbaya. I promise you that. Because you're breaking the command. You supposed unless your husband passes away, then you could be alone. Yeah. The penalties is worse for the woman than the man. If you think that I'm lying, look at the suffering our women go through giving birth because of a disobedience. Look at the suffering that you women go through. It's painful giving birth, huh? It's a pain nobody could bear, huh? Feels like you're about to die, huh? The word tells you that because of your disobedience. So if you did something like that, as far as being disobedient and eating a forbidden fruit that you was told not to touch, and you did that, and look at the outcome. Not only do you die, but when you give in birth, it feels like you're going to die. Just for that little situation. Now let's just add all other things that you may think that you will be doing, and you think that because of the blood of Jesus you are sanctified. You go ahead and you think that. Just that. Look at the pain and suffering you go through. So just imagine when you're doing 10 times more than sin, what's going to happen? Because you so focused, you're so focused on coming after the man or trying to get back, and I'm not this and I'm not that. Go ahead. Go ahead. See, the word says when you didn't know, he winked at your ignorance. Now, nobody is safe. Nobody. All the outlets that we thought we had, all that's about to be taken away. Because like the word says, there's gonna come a time it's gonna be one man to 7 women. And however you want to take it, whether it's 7 women depending on that man to guide them into the promise, or it's 7 women to marry to that one man. I don't know. That's not my calling. However the creators have it in place, that's for them. I'm just telling you. Because this ideology that's coming with this Western world is being very destructive. It's destroying our people. You must remove religion. You must remove European teachings. You must remove the philosophies. Key word, philosophy. You know what rhymes with philosophy? Hypothesis, hypocrisy, ideology, democracy. When the only thing that you need to see is su ni me, na ni me. You see how it rhymes? I'm giving it to you good today because it's time for us to start eating. Y'all drinking too much of that coffee, too much of that tea, too much sugar. You need the bitter herb because the bitter herbs is what's going to preserve your body, preserve your temple. These harsh facts, that is what it is. This ain't for me. This ain't for us. This is about survival, people. Word up. We have been genetically modified. You're not even the real you. You think that you're you. You think because you got a college degree, you got a nice car, you did this, you bought a house, you think that's really you. That's not you. That's a perception that the heathens want you to be in. Because when you are in that state of mind, it's hard for you to submit yourself to your true purpose on this earth. It's hard for you to submit yourself to the creators because to submit yourself to the creators is submitting yourself to the orders that was ordained by the creators. Go ahead, baby girl. Go get that college degree. Go get that Fortune 500. Go get that credit score to a 950. Go ahead. You got it. You got it. Tell me how you feel when you're 60 years old. Tell me how you feel when you're 70. And when all that hard work, all that time, all that giving all your youth you was giving unto the enemy. Now you ain't got no choice but to settle down. Guess what? A lot of our women is gonna start settling down for these Nick Cannons. These Nick Cannons, these Nick Cannons are suffering too. So they're gonna need the big Oompa Loompa to hold them down. But the real Monday that don't complain and more focus on seeking salvation. And I don't even want to call it salvation, man. Salvation is synonymous with Satan. We ain't seeking no salvation, man. We looking for our redemption. Because redemption is gotta be renouncing ourselves in the book of the creators. The book of life is you. We are the book. The book is you. You are the book. You are the history. You gotta put it back. But we want to sit back and wait for these Europeans to guide our path and say, look, man, Africa was founded in 1592 by a man named Africanus. That's the land. That's the land, Africa. You're Jamaican. You're Haitian. You're American. These are all titles given to you by the enemy. You are Hebrew. You are Christian. You are Islamic. Stop. I ain't nothing but an Acobian. I'm an Alcabulanian. You heard me? Alcabulanian. That's who I am. I'm everything that's black. I'm everything that's black. They say black is evil, then I guess I'm evil. Anything that has color, that's me. Anything that has color, that's me. I stand on that. That's how I'm moving. That's how I'm justifying and I'm living my life. I'm living my life in representations of my skin color, of my people. Just like I expect Chinese people to represent their Chinese people. Just like I expect the Jewish people to represent Jewish people. Just like I expect Arabs to represent Arabs. I expect them to do that. So expect me to do that too. I don't need validations from nobody. My validation came from the minute I opened my eyes and the creator said, you are the children of Akobi. You are a Akobian. I said, oh, for real? He made me walk through that Hebrew door. Because if I didn't walk through that Hebrew door, I would have never opened the book. I would have never tried to seek knowledge. I would have just had the regular street knowledge that I had my entire life. A knowledge that I had to learn at 9 years old. I had to learn these things at 9 years old. Now you ask yourself, somebody 9 years old having to have the keys to being a man of a household at 9. You learn a lot. You have to grow up faster than average. That's why when you see me, they be like, damn, son, yo, son, how you this young? You got all this wisdom, because I had to be outside at 9. I was 8 years old having to watch and make sure a 4-year-old child was fed every single day while my mom's trying to figure it out. Yes, 8 years old. We was 8 years old home alone. We was 8 years old home alone. My mom was gone days. Facts. We wasn't doing the foolishness that you did now. I knew not to touch the stove. I knew not to do this. I knew not to answer the phone. I knew how to do nothing. Hold it down. That's how I was raised. Hold it down. You shed a few tears, and guess what? You wipe them tears and you hold it down. Because the light will always get bright as long as you hold it down. I sacrificed my childhood. My childhood is not like everybody else. Everybody else like, oh yeah, I've been to Six Flags. I've never been to Six Flags a day in my life. I've been to Darney Park. I've never been there a day in my life. I've been to Disney World. I've never been there a day in my life. Because I was required to hold it down. Yeah. And am I mad behind it? Absolutely not. Because I'm reaping my rewards now. I watched my son graduate in high school. I'm watching my daughter getting honors in her class, being the captain of her dance team. I'm watching these things. This is coming from a man that was outside. This is from a man that was sitting at tables with drug dealers, with murderers, like literally niggas that got bodies on their belts. To being alive, to witness children, witnessing my offspring become something better than me. I'm able. I was. I. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm proud of myself. And the fight and the journey don't stop now. We still going. We still learning. We still rising. I am gonna hiccup. I am gonna mess up. I am gonna fall. But one thing I'm not gonna do is cry because I fell. I learned how to ride a bike by myself. I fell down to listen. I fell down on concrete stairs. No helmet on. I don't know. We wasn't raised with helmets. I don't, all of these things that these children is doing. I learned how to ride a bike by myself. I taught myself how to ride a bike. I taught myself how to ride a bike. I taught myself how to play basketball. I taught myself how to box. I taught myself everything. Because that's how we was raised. My mother couldn't afford to put me in basketball camp. My mom's couldn't afford to put me in boxing. No, she could afford me. She wanted me to go to boxing, but she didn't want me to be like Muhammad Ali. So she said, no, I'm not paying for that. You understand? I remember those harsh times. This is why my armor through stress doesn't affect me. I live life accordingly, because one thing I realize, and I'm sure all of you guys are realizing, one thing that you realize is when you come from nothing and you get something, you're going to always remember the times you ain't had nothing. So when things hit the fan, it's really not going to do nothing. All it's going to do is say things like this. This is all you got, Lucifer? My big bro said, "Get behind me, Satan." Guess what I'm saying? Yo, get behind me, bro. And you go and you gonna do whatever. The same way the devil got in Peter, his right hand man. You think the devil is not gonna get into my mother? Think the devil's not gonna get into my ways? You think the devil is not gonna get into my children? You think the devil is not gonna use the very people that's around you that love you to take you down? But when you reach a certain point in time in your life, and when you understand and you built yourself up to this degree that I built myself in, you can't get in, Lucifer. There's no chinks in my armor. And you can try. You can try. But what you guys don't understand, black and brown people, is that the devil only can operate for a season. He can't keep bothering you. It's forbidden. You see Job? That was a test. The devil said, "Yo, let me get him." Man, you see this is a good guy right here. We're not gonna say a servant because we ain't nobody. We're not a servant to his creation. This is a good guy. This right here. This is my man right here. This is my special thing right here. You heard? Yo, give me a week with him. Watch me break him. That's all. You just want a week? I give you 2 months. Matter of fact, I give you 3 years. And Job went from having it all, balling from the top of his lungs, living his best life, family good, children good, everybody healthy, to sons is committing sin. Wife is committing sin. Wife even told him to commit suicide. Wife said, "Yo, look, man, things is not going good, man. Just kill yourself." He said, "Nah." He said, "You know what? Let me take my clothes off. Yo, pass me that razor right there. I'm cutting my head off. I'm just gonna stay right here. When it's time for me to go, if it's meant for me to die, then let me just die the way I came out. Let me go back the way I came into this earth." How real is that? And when the wife left and the children left, he lost his cattle, his house, he lost it all. What did he get in return? He got a whole new family, a bigger family. Beautiful. The wife that he had after is 10 times better than the wife that left him. More cattle you can imagine. Ain't got a tap on the back by the creator say, you my God. But yeah, we over here complaining and we fighting and we arguing and we bickering and all of the foolish nonsense that don't mean nothing to us. We over here. I don't understand how slaves in prison is fighting about which cell is better for me. You think we in a space of arguing? It's over for that. It's time to rise. It's time to go home. It's time for us to seek righteousness because only righteousness will be allowed into the land. All evil and wickedness and deception will be destroyed. People will go out there and end up getting a sickness that they like, oh my gosh, what is this? That's the plagues, people. That's Revelations 18, people. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is the final kingdom for all unrighteous, unholy people. This is the final frontier. That's why they want everybody on the grid. They need to monitor everybody because the ones that's not on the grid, they know those are the enemies. Those are the ones with the seal on their foreheads. Those are the ones that's walking in the soul of the creators. I know. I know. You should know this truth, and the truth is going to set you free, people. Ain't no time to be playing. It's time for brothers and sisters to rise up, wake up, denounce all these religions, put an end to Christianity, put an end to Hebrew Israel. Hebrew Israel. That's what I call it. Israel. Because they're following the ways of the Egyptians. Because they don't have no history. They tainted the word. They interjected themselves so it could be about them and not about you. But you too naive. You've been so religitized. Yes, religitized. That's a new word. Deadly Lioness, put that in the vocabulary of Junns. Religitized, you heard? You've been so religitized that you can't even see and internalize that you've been fed a lie. That's become your demise. You see when it rhymes? It's because it's meant to go together. Wake up. If you're going to be righteous, be righteous. If you're going to be religious, but stand on religion. Don't associate the two. Don't become lukewarm because you will be spitted out. You know how disrespectful that will be? You did all of this to make it to the finish line, and he gonna look at you like, you know why? Because you are a mucus. Because all them candy feel good doctrines that you've been eating all this time made you a parasite. So he gotta spit you out because you are mucus. You are inflammation. You are inflammation to the righteous information that's supposed to be given unto a nation. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live, man. Once again, continue supporting. You know what I'm saying? If it's your first time, I hope it ain't your last time. And if it's your second time, that means I'm still on your mind. You heard? And this right here, this awakening, this truth won't be televised. They're not going to talk to you the way I'm going to talk to you. Because the rise of the Bantus won't be televised. But guess what, people? I was authorized to tell you guys. And if you guys don't know who am I am him, the NBIC, a.k.a. Mr. Keep My Foot on you heathens, you Hebrews, and the newly installed Hedonites next. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Listen to the Creator say one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all.